Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview for the day after Boxing Day game. Doesn't feel right not having football on Boxing Day, but it is what it is. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Sunderland at the Eco Power Stadium. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview. Firstly, I want to wish everybody watching a happy and healthy Christmas. This is going out on Christmas Eve. The game, as I've already mentioned, is the day after Boxing Day. So yeah, happy Christmas. I hope it's a very, very good one and a safe and healthy one for everybody watching. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you for sticking around for this turbulent 12 months for Doncaster Rovers. If this is the video that's brought you to the channel and you're new, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future content. There will be a match day vlog. All being well, we'll be allowed in if Boris doesn't stop us, but we will find out in due course. If you are new to the channel, this is what we do on match previews. We look at the previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competition. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to profile. We take a brief look at the opponent and some recent honours for you guys and my opinion on the one to watch for you. You know your club much better than what I do though, so please in the comments down below let me know if you think that I'm way off the mark with the person who I've chose for the one to watch for Sunderland on this game. And then we round the video off with 3 predictions. My predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub. Me and the family do a predictions league for every game in the league this season, so there's an update on that, and then the all-important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Rovers and Sunderland have only faced off a total of 9 times in their history, and it's not good reading for Rovers fans. We've only won 1 of those 9 meetings, we've drawn only 2. The other 6, Sunderland have come out on top in. And we take a look back at the last 5 meetings between the two clubs. Look at the 18-19 season, the second game in that season when Sunderland had first come down to League One, and it was a 2-0 defeat away from home at the Stadium of Light. And then the 19-20 season, a home defeat 2-1 at the Keepmoat Stadium, and then a 0-0 draw, a respectable 0-0 draw at the Stadium of Light later on that season. And then in the 2021 season, last season, a 1-1 draw at the Keepmoat Stadium, but then Sunderland absolutely battered us. Charlie Wyke had a field day and they beat us 4-1 at the Stadium of Light. Could it be something like that again the day after Boxing Day? Based on the two teams, it could well be. Current form though, again, this is in Sunderland's favour. Rovers coming into this one off the back of 4 defeats and then a much-needed win against Shrewsbury. We've had a week off because of the Lincoln postponement. Sunderland, on the other hand, come into this one with 2 wins, 2 draws and a defeat in their last 5. The defeat coming to the hands of Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, a heavy defeat there at the Emirates. But yeah, for Sunderland, a slight stutter in form recently. Has seen them find a bit of an inconsistent form more than anything, with a couple of good wins in and around there, a couple of decent draws against some decent teams in the league, but they're coupled with some poor draws, drawing 1-1 against Shrewsbury and then also some poor defeats in South Yorkshire, so hopefully that can be a positive omen. 5-1 against Rotherham, 3-0 against Sheffield Wednesday, so who knows, we may add the hat-trick of defeats for Sunderland in South Yorkshire the day after Boxing Day. But having said that, Sunderland's still in a very positive position though, sit 3rd in the table, 2 points behind Wigan, but Wigan do have that game in hand which could be all important come the end of the season. But yeah, Sunderland in a very positive position coming up to the halfway point of the season, and I think they'll be coming here to Doncaster day after Boxing Day with one thing in mind, and that's to put a struggling Doncaster team to the sword. So I'm not looking forward to this one, if I'm honest. Donny, on the other hand, still yet to announce a manager as I'm recording this. Who knows, by tomorrow it may be announced. Odds on favourite is Gary McSheffrey, the current caretaker manager, and thoughts and feelings about that, bit underwhelming, if I'm honest. I will put out there right now, whoever gets the job, I want them to succeed. If it's Trollope, Simpson, McSheffrey, whoever, Mick McCarthy's on the odds at the minute. whoever gets the job, I want them to succeed. I want Doncaster Rovers to improve. I want Doncaster Rovers to succeed. So whoever's the manager needs to be doing well for that to happen. So I will fully back any manager that comes in. But Gary McSheffrey has done a decent job, but he's performing very well at the under-18s level. I think he's developing the guys down there superbly. He's come out and said that he didn't want the job, and then he's gone for the job. So I think if Gary gets it, it'll be a little bit underwhelming. I think we'll see a bit of backlash from the fans. And for me, that's rightfully so, because the board have come out and said that there's household names, ex-Premiership experience managers, Championship experience, and I think at the minute, in the situation that Donny are in, we need somebody with experience, and this would come across, in my opinion, as the board taking a cheap option. I'll be more than happy to be proven wrong. 100% I will be more than happy to be proven wrong. And as I say, I want any manager who comes in to succeed, so I will back them until proven otherwise, really. But yeah, from what's been said, hundreds of applicants, experience galore, household names, to come out with Gary McSheffrey, potentially, who's had no experience managing at this level. I can't fault any fan who's gonna say the piece, and rightfully so. So we will see who gets the job. But at the minute of recording, nobody is at the helm. Gary McSheffrey is still preparing for this game as caretaker manager, so hopefully he prepares the team in the right way so that we can get a result the day after Boxing Day. We have had some time off due to COVID. I touched upon it earlier. Missed the Lincoln fixture, and Cambridge has already been called off on the 30th of December. So it's going to make our fixture list very congested towards the end of the season. But for me, I'm trying to see the positive out of this, and it's a chance to get recruits through the door in January and hopefully have a better overall squad to tackle these rearranged fixtures when they do take place. So every cloud's got a silver lining. But yeah, for me, the day after Boxing Day, big performance needed in front of the Sky cameras. Can the Rovers do it? We will find out. Moving on to player profile, I've chosen a bit of an odd one for this video. Rodrigo Vilca, obviously on loan from Newcastle, so can I see him playing? It'd be nice. I think he'd like to try and put on a performance against Newcastle's rivals up in the northeast, but he's 22 years old, on loan from Newcastle, midfielder. Started his career at Deportivo Municipal. Then moved to Newcastle, and he's currently on loan with the Rovers. 39 career appearances, 5 goals, and for me, it's just not quite happened at the Rovers on loan. I think he will be one of those loanees that returns back to his parent club to free up space for some more loans coming in January. But it'd be nice to see him on the pitch against Sunderland, because we've seen glimpses of what he can do. I just think this level is probably a little bit too physical for him, and that's just my opinion on Rodrigo. Good little player, looks pretty technical, but just needs to develop a little bit for me. But it would have been nice to see him develop at Rovers. It's just not quite happened, and you get that sometimes with loanees that just don't quite hit the mark. But yeah, we will see if he gets an opportunity to play against Sunderland in this game. Moving on to the opponent, Sunderland, founded in 1879, currently managed by Lee Johnson. I like Lee Johnson as a manager. I think given time he will get positive results for Sunderland. I think he will get them out of League One. Job's under a little bit of pressure at the minute, but I think any manager at Sunderland, there's an expectation there. There's a big crowd every game expecting a win, a performance, so the manager needs to provide that through the players, through the tactics that he picks, and it's, as I say, a little inconsistent at the minute, so grumblings around the ground, but I think Lee Johnson will be the man to take Sunderland forward. A couple of recent honours: Championship champions in 2004-05 and 06-07, so not too far back. Sunderland were up there pushing for the Premier League. They were in the Premier League not too far back, and they'll be wanting to get back up there. A team their size should be at the upper end of the Championship/Premier League, so yeah, I think they will get back there one day. But the most recent honour is the Football League Trophy winners in 2020-21. And for me, the one to watch for you guys, a little bit of a different pick. I've gone with Alex Pritchard, watched a little bit of him against Arsenal and I thought he had a fantastic game. Leading assist maker with 8 assists. I think he's got 2 goals across all competitions as well. So I think if we snuff his ability out, his creativity, then we've got a chance of getting something from this game. But I think if we allow him time on the ball and space, I think he could punish our defence, finding the ball through and putting us on the back foot. So for me, Alex Pritchard is the one to watch for you guys. As I said at the start of the video though, if you disagree, in the comments down below, let me know who we should be looking out for. And that takes me on to my predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub. If you've not got it yet, please go ahead and download it. Loads of features, loads of giveaways and stuff on there. So please download it, check it out. If you are in the queue, I do have a golden ticket. It's 1 use left remaining. And you just type in 18D-RCW and that'll get you straight into the app. It'll skip the queue and you'll be in there to see what these features and what the app's all about. One of the features is picking your starting 11, a predicted starting 11. So I've gone with an unchanged from what I picked against Shrewsbury and Lincoln. Against Sunderland, I think we need to shore it up at the back a little bit, so I've gone with Louis Jones in goal, a back 3 of Alowu, Anderson and Blythe, with Noyle on the right, Horton on the left. If we're defending, we can sit back as a back 5 and try and shore it up a little bit. If we're attacking, those two push forward a little bit to support a midfield 4 of Matt Smith, Ethan Galbraith, and then just in front of those, Aidan Barlow on the left, Tommy Rowe on the right, with Joe Dodu up top on his own. A little bit reserved as a lineup, a bit cautious as a lineup, but I think we do need to try and win that midfield battle, but also shore it up at the back. So that's why I've gone with that predicted team lineup for this game. Onto the predicted league table, so there's no change in this if you watched the Lincoln preview because we had no game and no predictions were made. But if you do want to follow it before the next preview video, you want to see how the table moves, follow me on Twitter, link is in the description down below, and I'll post the predictions before kick-off against Sunderland. But if you're interested in what the table looks like at the minute, I'm currently top on 17 points, Dad in second on 13, Chris in third on 12, and Max propping us all up on 11 points. The way that we do this, we predict the scoreline. If we get it spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game right, but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, we get no points. So, as you can see, this season we've all not done too well predicting Rovers scores, but it's a very tight league. There will be changes, and we've got a trophy to play for at the end. Max is currently holding that, so he's got some work to do to retain it. And that takes me on to my score prediction to finish the video off. I think I've already touched on that I'm nervous about this game. I'm not looking forward to it. Sunderland are a very good team, in a very good position. I think they'll be wanting to put the pressure on Wigan and Rotherham above them, and they'll be wanting to keep in touching distance of those top 2. I think they'll see this game as a potential to kind of keep in touching distance of that top 2. We're struggling as a team, we're struggling for wins, we're struggling for goals. Sunderland are not. And I think they will put us to the sword, unfortunately, in front of the Sky cameras. I'm going with another heavy defeat to the hands of Sunderland. I'm going with 4-1. I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping McSheffrey's got us fired up for this one. We will see. The confidence is low because of how the last 12 months has gone, but who knows? It's the start of a new era. Eco Power Stadium, new name. Can we start it with a win? I hope we don't start it with a 4-1 prediction that I have just given, but we will see. As I say, there will be a match day vlog as long as Boris doesn't lock us down or whatever before it. Fingers crossed we can go and enjoy the game safely. But that's it, that's where I'm going to leave this video. If you've liked it, please stick a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.